4 seconds. Okay. Hello, I'm Rishad, and I will teach you how Thevenin works, and I will give you some examples. So, to do Thevenin, there's only 5 steps to do. The first 2 steps is very easy. You just need to remove the network where the Thevenin is need to be found, and the second is to mark the terminal you remove. This step is very easy. I will teach you when we do the examples. Our Thevenin, by setting all source to 0, voltage source are replaced by short circuit, and current source are replaced by open circuit, and finding the resultant resistance by the market terminal. If there is some resistance, like internal resistance, you need to put in the circuit internal resistance of the voltage source or current source, but in this example we will not do this. So first, step number 4, calculate the E Thevenin by returning all source to the original position and finding the open circuit voltage between the market terminals. This is the step where is the hardest, but with more practice it will be very easy. And this step is the easiest step is to draw the Thevenin circuit at the end with the proportion and previously remove it between the terminal of the equivalent circuit. So let's do one example. So find the Thevenin equivalent circuit for the network in the shaded area of the network in figure 9.26. Then finding the current to the RL for values to 10 100. We will do first find the Thevenin equivalent circuit, and this is the circuit. So let's draw it first. So draw it first. The line is here. 9 volt, 3 ohm, 6 ohm, R2, R1. I'm just drawing it very quickly. Market terminal, bang bang bang. RL, A and B. Okay, so let's do the first 2 steps. First 2 steps is to remove the proportion of network where the R Thevenin need to be found, and so we remove it and mark the terminal, and we will mark it. That's it. So we done the first 2 steps. Now third step is to find R Thevenin. So R Thevenin, by shorting the power supply, we short it now. Then so we got R1 3 ohm and R2 6 ohm. We got A and B. And to find E Thevenin, R Thevenin, so what you do, they are in parallel. So use parallel rule, which is R1 R2 R1 plus R2. So how do you do this? 3 6 over 3 plus 6, which is equal to 2 ohm. So we got R Thevenin. Now we need to find V Thevenin. To find V Thevenin, we need to bring back the power supply, 9 volt, R1 was 3 ohm, R2 was 6 ohm, and we bring the market terminals. Okay, now what you need to do is to find the voltage across the terminal. The voltage across the terminal is the voltage across the resistor R2. So how can you find the voltage across R2? Is to find use the voltage divider rule. So how do you use voltage divider rule? Say is R2 over R1 plus R2 V
how do you find it? It's 6 over 6 plus 3 and 9 volts. So what's the answer is, if you type in calculator, you get 6 volts. Okay, now the last step. The last step is just to draw the Thevenin equivalent circuit, which is we found was 6 volts. The resistance was the R Thevenin we found was 2 ohms, and the market terminal that we removed it previously was RL. A and B. So this is draw. We done our Thevenin equivalent. Now we can do the second exercise, which is then find the current through the RL for the value 2, 10 and 100. How do you do this? Is just replace this by 2, 5 and 100, and you use, how do you find current? You do 2, 5, 3, then to find current is 6 volts over 2 plus 2, and you get, what you get is 1.5 if you type on calculator amps. The current is 5 amps. So what you do is 6 volts over 2 plus 5, which is equal to, it was 5 or 10, I think it was 10, but let's do it for 5. So it is 0.25, I think. Let's do it for 10. I need a calculator. Which is 0.5, yeah. And for 100 is 2 plus 100, which is 0.6 amp. So we done everything for this exercise. Thank you for the listening, and hope you learned something. Thank you. Bye.